Hello everybody, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Hello to you all. This is Sunday and it's a lovely day again today. It's been marvellous. People are out and about, so obviously making people feel a lot more positive. And I can't believe that tomorrow is actually going to be the 1st of March. Where is time going? It's amazing. Anyway, today I thought I would make this very cute little piece, and it is episode 9 of Dee Dee Farago's challenge, hashtag 2021 TCTC. And I don't really know what it's called, but it was inspired by Wendy's paper journal. Wendy Paper Junk, her channel's called Wendy Paper Junk. I think it's Wendy and not Wendy's Paper Junk. Anyway, it was inspired by her, and I'm not sure where she first saw it or whether it's her own idea. But I'll link Dee Dee's channel at the end, and I'll also link Wendy Paper Junk's episode video showing how she made this. So anyway, I've watched both videos. I've watched Dee Dee's and I've watched Wendy's. So hopefully I can remember how to make it, because it's not as easy as the last episode. Okay, so first of all I'll just show you what we've made. So if this was a journal page here, you would glue this band onto the journal page like so, and it's designed for this to slip in and out like this. Okay, so that's the band, and then what you would do is you would pop it open, and there you have this beautiful pop-up. And I've decorated this one inside. This one I've decorated in a similar sort of designs to the spring journal that I'm making. So when I'm making ephemera at the moment, I'm going to tend to try and use bits from the kit. So these are scrapbook sheets from a 12 by 12 scrapbook, double-sided. Now you don't have to use double-sided, but as you can see, you can open it up and you do have a bit of a background here, so it's probably quite nice. So once you've made the pop-up part and stuck it down to this matchbook piece, you can then decorate it. So there's room in here. If you put a couple of little pockets on, there's room. That's not glued down. Let me just glue that down when I see it. So we've put a little triangular pocket on, and okay, now Wendy did her triangular pocket slightly different to me. I've stuck my piece on because I found that easier, but she kind of wrapped hers around using a piece of thinner paper, which I've got a piece here. So I'm going to try that. And I've also put a pocket up here as well, so it becomes like a little tuck. So in here I've just got a piece from Janie B's journal, that tulip journal that I'm using for my spring journal, and couple of bits of the digital kits, these papers here, and I printed a couple of words out, and I've stamped on those two pieces there with some little stamps. So that's how I've decorated mine. And I made this little tag. I didn't have many tags, so the one I had was very dark, so what I've done is put a piece of collage, really, and a ladybird on the top like so. And then you press those pieces down and it closes, and then you can decorate the front of this little piece. And I've just put a bit of nice material on, although the glue does look like it's come through a bit, and then I've collaged a piece of torn out paper on the top like so. And then I've decorated this belly band type thing, or band, with a bit of Hessian and a bee that I've cut out with my circle punch. And there we have it, and that fits. So you make the band just slightly looser so that you can slip this in and out, and as I say, it can then be, this part can then be glued down onto page so that you've got that nice little piece. You have to be careful you don't make it too bulky. So these pockets I've made out of the same cardstock, but on reflection I think this thinner paper will probably cause less bulk. Anyway, let's see if we can make another one. Right, let's put that one there. Okay, so what you're going to need is some cardstock, and you're going to need, the first piece is a 4" by 4" square. The second piece is 6 inches tall by 3 inches wide. And then I've cut a narrow strip, which you can have this as wide or as narrow as you want. I suppose mine is 3/4 of an inch wide, and I'm going to use that for the band. So that's what we're going to do. Right, so first of all, I'm just going to quickly ink round these pieces just to get rid of that white cut edge that you get with cardstock, like so. This is a nice dark, beautiful blue piece of card. This I'm not putting in that journal, so it wouldn't go. But I just thought that, you know, I'd do something in a different colour. As I said to you before, I'm building up my stash of bits and pieces. So I don't think, you know, it'll be long before I use this in something else. Okay, so that's that done. Right. Put that over there. Now, first thing you do is you take this and you're going to fold it corner to corner. Okay, and make sure you've got pieces lined up completely. You can trim this off afterwards if you need to. Even though mine is exactly 4 by 4 square, it doesn't always join. I've had this before. So take your bone folder and just give that a crease down, like so. Then you're going to open it out, and then you will see a crease there. So you're going to lay it flat again, and you're going to fold this corner to this corner, like so. Just make sure it's lined up as best as it can be. Okay, get that press down. So now you've got 4. So to make it easy for you to see, you've got 2 creases there. I'll show you what I mean by you've got 4. So just give that a light inking there and there, and you will see now that you've got 4 quarters, 4 triangles. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold this edge over to this edge. It doesn't matter which side. Now I have to be very careful because I can see this paper's beginning to crack here, which is a shame. So it doesn't like being bent too much. So if I was to make another one, I think I would probably go for something a little bit thinner than this. So now you've got 2 creases, one there, and one across the middle. And now what Wendy did next was she bought, so if you, hang on a second now. Oh, so what we have to do next is we have to fold the other side over. So we have 8 sections. Okay, I think this is right. I'm not going to press it down too hard, and I've only folded it one side this time. So then you've got 8 sections, and so then let me think. So if you flick up these 2 middle pieces here, you should be able to, oh, I've made a triangle. No, that's wrong. If you, now how did she do it? So if, oh, that's peculiar. It wants to make a triangle. So maybe you have to fold that like that, so that then we've got, so she folded, I am trying to remember what is going on here. She folded that, no, it keeps wanting to make a triangle. She folded one corner down like that, and like so. Let me just, so it's got to make a square. So what am I doing that's not right? Ah, so what we're doing is we're folding the middle down. No, we're not. Let me just have a look at this one. Sorry, ladies. So we've got it that way up, and then we're folding those up like so. There, we've done it. Right, so what you've got is you position it like a diamond, and then if you push up these 2 flaps, and then it folds in like so. Now I'm going to have a bit of trouble with this, sadly, because it's cracking. So, and also I can see it's not completely straight. There's a bit sticking out, so I'm just going to trim that down like so. Now, this paper is not happy, and I've had it quite a while. I don't know whether the paper pad cardstock, you know, the 12 by 12s, if you keep them for too long, I don't know whether they start sort of degrading. Anyway, we've managed to do it. Hooray. So again, you've got your 8 quarters, and then you're going to lay it like that. You're going to lift those 2 up, and then it all kind of folds in to make a square like so. Right, okay, so don't think that's right, you know, so that's better. The way I had it before wasn't even on both sides. Oh, well, this was the worst paper to choose. Right, okay, so the next thing you do then, after struggling with that, and I advise you to go over and look at Dee Dee Farago's video, and also Wendy Paper Junk journal video, and just to make sure you know what you're doing. Obviously I'm not sure, I know what I'm doing. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to lay it on this piece, and I'm going to have mine that way round, and I'm going to lay mine so that the point is on the edge there like so, and then I am going to glue the back. So take it, turn it over, make sure your glue works, turn it over, give it some glue, like so. Turn it back over and then position it on your paper, on your piece of card, like so. So I've got mine with the tip at the bottom like that, so it looks like a diamond and the opening part is at the bottom like so. Okay, just close that briefly. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to turn this piece, and I'll use my bone folder, and you're going to fold it right at the top of that tip there, and then you're going to fold that down like so, making sure that it's straight, because this is starting to feel a bit bulky, so give that a gentle press down like so, and then you're going to have a bit of overlap, and you're just literally going to trim that off like so, and we just ink that cut edge like so, and then this is what it will do. Oh, then you open it back up. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself now. So you open it back up, and then you glue this piece, the top, like so. I'm going to pin that while I remember. And then you're just going to, making sure, flatten that down, squash it down, making sure that it's all edge to edge, and give that a good press down so that when you open it, there you have it, and that is your pop-up. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to decorate. We don't need to, and I'm not going to fully decorate this today, because actually that took me ages to decorate. What we're going to do is going to make the pockets. Now I'll make one for the bottom, and now Wendy, what Wendy did, oh, I know what I've done wrong. Wendy folded this round the back of the pocket and everything, but she did it before she stuck it down to that piece, and I can't do that now. So I am going to have to guess where the edge is. Which part do I want? So I am going to, so I shouldn't have stuck it down really, but what we can do is use this corner as a guide, and we can turn it over like so, and we can, hopefully what we can do is draw around this like so, and then we can cut this pocket out. She says, follow the line, like so. Okay, I'm just going to ink round those cut edges, like so, and then decide which side you're going to have as the front. I mean, I'm having to look because of the way it's cracked. And then literally you're just going to glue two sides down here on the inside. So I'm going to hold that top edge, take the pin out of the glue. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? And we're just going to glue those two sides, and then we're going to make sure that the point is right in touching the other point, and we're going to give that a press down. Now when Wendy did hers and wrapped hers around before she stuck it down onto this piece, what happened was it made it a bigger gusset sort of pocket. By sticking it down like this, as she quite rightly said, it doesn't really give you as much space in here. You have to be very careful what size or what you put in there. You put a little ticket, a little circle, you can put a little tag. I made a little tag. I literally just made that myself out of a piece of thinner card. I'll just give that an ink round, and I just put a bit of wool at the top of mine because I don't want it too bulky. So that, because it's a thinner piece, that will fit in there like so. So you can decorate that. You can decorate all of it. So like I did there, you can decorate whatever parts you want. And if you want to, you can put a little pocket there. Or because it's upside down, it's more likely a tuck. So let's do that. Let's, once again, we will just take that out for a second, flatten it out. I'm just going to line up the edge of that triangle. I'm going to attempt to draw around it. Oh gosh. And cut this out. Not too bad cutting when I can follow a line. I notice that some wrapping paper now has lines on the back of it. It's like a grid, and that's for people like me who can't cut straight. They must have known that I needed it. So we're going to do the same thing again. So we're just going to turn this around, and we're going to have this on this side like so. So I'm going to hold the top, glue both sides, a thin-ish bead of glue. Let's just pin the glue, as we know what's going to happen if we don't. And excuse the sound outside if you can hear an engine running. One of my neighbours, I think the father of her children, comes, and I don't know if he's dropping them off or what he's doing, but he leaves his engine running the whole time. It is really annoying. So there you have a nice tuck up there. So you could put something in there like, what have I got? Have I got something I can use to put up there? Two hands. Or not. So, no, I don't actually. I don't have anything to hand. Sorry. So, this will be the pocket, and then if you had something that wasn't a tag, you could put it up there, like so. Whatever you want, and then you just, to close it, you just make sure those are flicked up like that, and then close it down like so. Right, okay, so now we'll make the band for it. Now I might make the band in the other side so that it matches that side there, and let's see which. I'm looking at that crack there. I might have to get my blue distress ink out later and just go over that when I want to use it. So I'm literally just going to wrap this band round the middle like so, leave a piece to glue down. So let's cut it like so. And now you don't want it too tight, so you want it so that that's going to still flick in and out like so. So I think that's why. And then if I do a bit of decorating, I want to make sure, just let's ink that edge, I want to make sure that I'm going to have a bit of extra room, so I'm going to glue it down a bit less than what I've decided. So let's just check that first before we glue it. That in, hold that, pretend it's glued. So I probably, you have to allow for any decorating I might want to do later on to it. So I think, yeah, I think that's okay. It's got a nice little gap, so I'm just going to leave it like that for the second, and I'm just going to put some glue on that piece there. Yeah, so he's got one of those noisy cars. I think it's a Subaru or something like that, and he's gone now, thank goodness. I think it really is a terrible thing to do that. It's not very green, is it? All those fumes in the air. Oh, I've got to take that off, wipe that ink off, so, glue off. Now I'm saying ink for glue. Yesterday it was glue for ink. Oh. Right, so that's your band. And that will probably glue down to your page of your journal. So if this was your page, you glue that down in a position where you then slide this in and out like so. Okay, and then you can decorate this, decorate the front like I have done on this, and decorate inside. So you need a bit of extra room in this band just in case you put anything thick there. So when you do fold it down, it starts to get a bit bulky like so. Okay, and there we have it. Those are the two that I've made today. And let's put the band back on this one. This band is not as roomy as the other band. And then you have to be careful what you put on the front of the pocket, the matchbook piece, because if you aren't careful, sliding it in and out, if it's quite tight like this one, and you can see this has turned out quite bulky, it will pull it off, drag it off. So okay, so there we have our two pieces. Okay, well, I hope you understood that. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't. But as I say, swing by Dee Dee Farago's channel, which I will link below, and also take a look at Wendy's Paper Junk channel and her video on this, and see how they did theirs to get a comparison. Everybody does them slightly differently, I think, but I've enjoyed making it. I think it's a very cute little piece to put in your journal. Okay then, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you again soon. Keep well, keep safe, and keep on being positive. Bye bye.